Yes, everyone, what's happening? This is Stephen Howson. This is tomorrow's Transfers Today, the video where we, at Full Time Devils, smash the transfer bullshit to pieces and find the hidden gems in what's actually going on in the transfer window. And we have got a cracker for you today. Fred is the name on the headline, but we're not talking about him just yet because let's just put the pieces of this one together, shall we? Now, it's Champions League final this weekend. United aren't involved, obviously. Cristiano Ronaldo's involved, so obviously someone somewhere has gone, Oh, hey, dickhead. Right, so Cristiano Ronaldo is the first one that we're going to talk about, and it's from Dario Goal, and that's been parroted in the Star. And let me just throw some of the absolute... They've not even tried to make this look believable. They've just gone, someone write an article about Ronaldo going to United. All right, yeah, I'm on it. Nice one. You can finish early today. Fucking hell. Right, so here we go. Some of the actual lines from that Dario Goal. They're saying that United have made a big contract offer to him, even their English isn't great because it says, who also have not won anything this year. For starters, how are you a journalist when you shouldn't have even passed GCSE English? Jesus, wet. And where's the actual line about it? So, United have offered a contract to him. Where is it? There we go. With Ronaldo reportedly seriously considering their offer. Problem there, my friend. You can't just offer contract to people who don't play for your club. I don't know if I'm making myself clear here. Cristiano Ronaldo has got a contract with Real Madrid until 2021. You can't just knock on his door and go, yeah, have a look at that, what do you reckon? If you're going to lie, at least make it believable, lads. Jesus Christ. A 5-year-old with a crayon can pull this one to pieces. Ronaldo's not joining. It's Champions League week. United make the most clicks. That's what happened. Jesus, wet. The next one that we're going to talk about. So Paul Scholes has been talking a little bit about Marshall and Rashford. And he's talking about how the fact that at times they need someone to put their arm around them. At times they need someone that's going to be a little bit softer with them, and they're not getting that with Jose Mourinho. He also thinks that them two really need to be playing a lot more, and I think he's absolutely bang on correct. One of the lines that he says is, those two especially, I just don't want them to be players who leave and turn out to be sensational, because you can easily see that happening. I have to agree with Scholes on that one. You don't want either of those two to leave, but are both of them going to stick around? I wouldn't have thought so, to be honest with you. But Scholes is exactly bang on in what he's saying with that one. Next up, we've got Victor Wanyama. Now, here's another one. It's by this clown, Nick Howson. We need to find this guy and tell him he needs to change his surname, because Howson smashes transfer rumours to bits, and this guy's letting the family name down, whoever he is, the fraudster. So, he's saying Victor Wanyama breaks his silence on United and Liverpool transfer talk. Oh, my. Let's find out, Mr. Nick Howson. What have they actually said then? So he says, Wanyama said, I don't respond to transfer rumours, and all those are rumours to me. So, the thing that you're sort of bringing people in on this headline is Wanyama responds to transfer rumours. What did he say? Nothing. He didn't respond to them. He shut them down and said they was rumours. Learn the words, what they mean, and then you can start using them. Otherwise, ask an adult and change your surname, you absolute ball bag. Last one. Fred. Let's talk about Fred. Fred the Red. So the MEN are talking about Fred. Jamie Jackson also mentioned in the video that we did with him, which was out today, which you definitely need to go and check out as a season review, because Jamie Jackson's got a pretty good record with identifying who United are in for in terms of transfers. He mentions Fred as a possibility as well. I'm hearing that Savic is almost done. All but done is the word that people... So people are saying it's a possibility. I'll keep my eye on that one, and we'll see what it goes with. But definitely go and check out the video with Jamie Jackson today, because he says some stuff about Neymar. He said it, not me. Go and check it out. Right, what you guys saying in the old comments then? Let's be seeing what you're up to. Is Fred any good? Says, you've got like a Latin name. I'm not even trying that. Fred is a good player. But I think there's what he offers in terms of he's got a good eye for a through ball. He's quite aggressive when he dribbles with the ball. It's very reminiscent of what we've already got in terms of Alexis Sanchez. So I'm not 100% sure what he's going to offer us. If it was down to me, I would definitely go with with somebody like Milinkovic-Savic, I think offers a well more rounded sort of box-to-box number 8, someone who's a bit more physically imposing that I think United probably need, and I think Jose Mourinho will probably want. A couple of comments about Toby Alderweireld. I told you all a couple of weeks ago, Toby Alderweireld, United want him and he's desperate to come to United. So the Mirror have got an exclusive tonight that he's open talks with United, and I think they're talking like Tottenham wants 75 million. They value him at the same as Virgil van Dijk at Southampton. So I don't know. I would say it looks pretty likely, but listen, I've had directors tell me from their mouth to my ear that a certain player's signing for the club and they've not signed. In 2014, someone in the away end at Southampton, director, clocked him, went, "Whoa, what are you doing in here?" And he goes, "Do not tell anyone who I am." I went, "Okay." And it's someone who deals with the sponsorships at United. And I said, "Give me some transfer news." He said, "We're signing Shaw, we're signing Herrera, and we're signing Tony Cruz." And I was like, nice. Didn't sign Tony Cruz, did we? Louis van Gaal came in and said, "I don't fancy that Tony Cruz fella." We signed the others and we signed some others as well. So even when someone tells you it's on, it can still be off. As I found out in this very show last year, it was a first-team player telling his agent, "I've been talking to Morata. Morata tells me he's going to be a United player by Sunday." Agent phones me. I was like, "Sweet, do this video. Here's what I'm hearing." And that's all I said, "Here's what I'm hearing." Because I never put my neck on the line because I don't have sources. People tell me things. And I said, United are apparently signing Morata by Sunday. Next day, sign Lukaku. I look all right, Dick. Cheers. But the player thought it was coming. That's why I know that United was definitely in for Morata. Definitely. It wasn't the other way around. Like he blew us off or anything like that. He thought it was coming. It made it clear to me that Lukaku was our first choice. Why don't they put Shaw on loan? I think the problem with all of the players that Louis van Gaal signed is that Mourinho's got some real personal beef going on with Louis van Gaal. And anyone that he signed, you'd probably be all right looking at them going out the door, to be honest with you. Kluivert will ruin his career if he comes to United. Needs to stay a year or two at Ajax. He's another player that I don't understand. A bit like Fred and Sanchez. For me, Kluivert, he offers you what Martial and Rashford offer you, and they're not playing at the moment. Why would you sign another player that's the same age as them, that plays a similar position to them and a similar style to them? Why would you sign another player like that? I'm not sure about that one, to be honest. Andrew Gomez, need to get some balance in the squad, need a proper right winger. I think that's what we're going to get in Willian, to be honest. He's not the most exciting. He's not going to score you 25 goals a season, but he would bring a little bit of balance, and that might be all we need, you know. I prefer Savic over Fred, says Samuel. Talisca not good enough for United, says that guy with the Latin name again. Got my GCSE maths paper tomorrow, says Ryan Hall. Good luck, mate. And anyone that's doing exams and stuff like that at the moment, we've got some people that are doing university exams tomorrow and this week and next week and that, so good luck on those. Fred is nothing like Sanchez, says Danny. Well, I disagree, mate. That's when I've watched him, that's what I see. I see someone that's got an eye for a through ball, someone that can create in and around that final third where Sanchez likes to operate. And I think that his running style and the way he likes to dribble at people is very reminiscent of Sanchez. That's my opinion. Turney says, Jamie, I think Turney would be a pretty decent signing, to be honest. I think he could work on his crossing, but I do like him. He's very direct and he's good in the box. Really don't want Willian, says OTB. Might have to get used to that though. Who would I want at left back? I think Sandro tops the bill. But I think there's also some good... Gulam, if he hadn't have got the cruciate problem, if he'd have played more games towards the end of the season, I think he'd have been a really good option. I think Sessegnon, although a lot of people say, oh, Sessegnon's not a full-back. He played 20 games as a full-back this season. He's played 20 games as a left forward this season. And what you've got to remember is, and I know people are just going to go, Mourinho doesn't attack. But he does. United still have more possession than the opposition in the vast majority of games. And the problem that United have isn't in the big games against the other teams. We've got a plan for them and we're able to figure them out. What United have a problem is when teams do what Chelsea did to us at the weekend, where they just sit right behind the ball and we don't have anyone that can get beyond. And Ryan Sessegnon can get beyond. So if you play for a top 4, top 5 team, then you're expected as a fullback to be a wing-back. And you're expected to have something in the final third. And that is what United are really missing at the moment. So whether he's a winger or he's a fullback, he can play on the left-hand side and he can do the job that we're looking for. And then maybe in certain games, you swap him out for somebody else. But if he's the only guy that we can get this summer, I'd be pretty happy with that. I really would. A right-back needed. I wouldn't mind giving Tim Bode a chance, to be honest with you, at right-back. have him rotate in and out with Valencia, and then maybe take the first spot off Valencia. Luke says Sanchez is a winger or a forward. Fred is a number 8. He's not really a winger, is he, though? I could see if you say, yeah, he's a false 9, but he's not a striker. I think, really, Sanchez is a 10 or even at a push, a number 8, depending on the team. Do I think 3-5-2 is the way forward next season? Says Coyote. I don't know. I think that was what we wanted last summer. I don't know if that's still the plan. Varane won't come. Why would he? See, that's something that everyone said about Pogba and everyone said about all sorts of players. You just don't know the motivations behind players. Money can talk sometimes. We need more pace at fullback, says Daniel. Absolutely. Explain why we're always slow and misplaced passes. Jose's not telling the players to do that. When we came out at half-time, started playing quick, which Jose obviously demanded. I don't know. Obviously, we're not saying... He's not saying in his team talks and his meetings, yeah, just start banging passes out all over to anybody. He's definitely not saying that. But I do think that certain personnel and certain mentalities and movement and stuff ahead of the ball carrier is going to help us have a quicker transition, because we're really slow getting it from the back to the front. I actually watched a little bit of the FA Cup final again today. I forced myself to do it. One, to see if where Jones screwed up, and to be honest, the whole team was screwed up. Valencia's out of position, Young is out of position, Herrera's possibly out of position, Smalling does nothing to get back. The first touch from Hazard as the ball's played over, it's brilliant. Let's just be honest with ourselves. It's a brilliant first touch. It puts him at an advantage, and it puts Jones off straight away, and then Jones is left chasing him. You can argue about the decision making. Maybe there should have been communication between Jones and David De Gea as he's running backwards. I don't think he needs to make the challenge. I don't think he's shaping up to make a shot. If you can stay on your feet and block any sort of shot that's coming in, that might have been the best thing to do. But heat of the moment and all that sort of stuff, rush of blood, it was a bad decision. But there's times that I'm looking at United with the ball, and there was a couple of times where we had a chance to break. Jesse Lingard wins the box in our third. He looks to Pogba, and that's what you want him to do. And then Pogba sort of delays the run, and Sanchez is on the last man, and you can see him waving his arms like, pass the fucking ball. And he carries it just too long, and then he puts a pass in, and it's behind him, and it gets intercepted. That's where Paul Pogba needs to improve, and that's where we as a team need to improve. Because if we're doing that as a team, we're going to hit teams on the break. We've got some serious pace at United, and we're going to cause some absolute chaos then. Right, I'm going to leave it there, but we are going to be back again 11 o'clock every single night. That's a weeknight. Talking about transfers, smashing the rumours to bits, having a chat with you guys, and giving you the lowdown. There's no clickbait here. There's no one going to just lie to you and just make rumours up that Ronaldo's coming and that we've offered him a contract that he's seriously considering, because that's tapping up and that's illegal. Are you saying that United are doing illegal things? That's pretty bang out, isn't it? So we're not going to do that. We're going to tell you the truth. We're going to give you the lowdown. But thank you guys for watching, and whoever is joining you tomorrow, we'll give you the lowdown there as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure to go and check out our end of season review, because there's some pretty good nuggets in there as well. Laters.